My girlfriend said on her way out, "Don't come to the office party. People there can't stand your vibe." I said, "Whatever you prefer." No fight. No reaction. Just silence. But when she walked into the party and every single person turned toward her at once, she didn't even make it past the door. I'm Adrian, 29, and I learned the hard way that sometimes the people who claim to protect you from judgment are actually the ones doing all the judging. This is about the night my girlfriend's lies caught up with her in the most public way possible. I'd been dating Sierra for about a year and a half. We met through a dating app, had great chemistry initially, moved in together after 10 months. She worked in marketing at a mid-sized tech company. I worked remotely as a freelance graphic designer. Different worlds, different schedules, but it worked for a while. The problem started around month 13. Sierra began making comments about my work. "It must be nice having such a flexible schedule. Real jobs require you to show up somewhere. I wish I could just work in sweatpants all day." Small digs that felt like jokes until they weren't. Then she started excluding me from things. Her company had quarterly events, team happy hours, holiday parties. For the first year, I'd attended most of them. People seemed to like me fine. I'd have normal conversations, laugh at appropriate times, blend in reasonably well. But about 6 months ago, Sierra stopped inviting me. "It's just a work thing. You'd be bored. The team wants to keep it small this time. It's more of a networking event. Not really your scene." I didn't push it. I figured if she wanted space with her coworkers, that was fine. I had my own friends, my own life. But the excuses started feeling more pointed, more personal. 3 weeks ago, Sierra announced her company's annual holiday party. Big event, fancy venue, open bar, the whole deal. She mentioned it casually while getting ready for work. "The holiday party's next Friday. Should be fun. Want me to rent a suit?" She paused, mascara wand frozen halfway to her eye. "Actually, I think I'm going to go solo this year." "Solo? What?" "It's just, people at work have been commenting. They think you're kind of standoffish. Antisocial. It creates this weird dynamic when you're there." I felt something cold settle in my chest. People have been commenting about me. Don't take it personally. It's just that you don't really participate in conversations. You kind of just stand there. It makes people uncomfortable. I participate. I talk to people. You talk at people. There's a difference. Look, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm just being honest. My coworkers can't stand your vibe. My vibe. Yes, your vibe. It's awkward and negative, and it reflects on me. So I think it's better if you sit this one out. I sat there processing this. My girlfriend of 18 months was uninviting me from a party because her coworkers supposedly couldn't stand me. Based on what? A few quarterly happy hours where I'd been polite and made small talk? "Whatever you prefer," I said finally. She looked relieved. "Thank you for understanding. I knew you'd be mature about this." She left for work. I sat in our apartment for about an hour, just thinking. Something felt off. Very off. I pulled out my laptop and did something I'm not proud of, but don't regret. Sierra and I shared a streaming service account, which meant I had access to her email for password resets. I'd never snooped before, never felt the need. But "people can't stand your vibe" was such a specific, cruel thing to say that I needed to know if it was true. It took me 10 minutes to get into her email. Another 20 to find what I was looking for. There were no complaints about me. None. No emails from coworkers saying I was awkward or standoffish. No threads discussing my vibe. Nothing. What I did find was far worse. Months of emails between Sierra and her work friend Mara, talking about me like I was a pet project that had failed. "Adrian's so boring. I don't know what I was thinking dating a freelancer. He has no ambition. I need someone more on my level." And more recently, "There's this guy at work, Jason, who asked about you. I think he's interested. You should totally go for it." Sierra's response: "I'm still technically with Adrian though." Mara: "So? You've been wanting out for months. Just do it." Sierra: "I will. After the holiday party. I want Jason to see me single and available." I read that exchange 5 times. Then I started planning. Update 1. I had a week before the party. I spent that week being the perfect boyfriend. Supportive, attentive, asking about her day, making dinner, doing laundry. Sierra seemed pleased, probably thought I'd accepted my exile gracefully. Meanwhile, I was working on something else entirely. Sierra's company had about 40 employees. I'd met maybe 20 of them over the past year and a half at various events. I still had several of them on LinkedIn and social media from when I'd attended functions. I reached out to a few people I'd genuinely gotten along with. Casual messages. Hey, long time no talk. Hope work's treating you well. Most responded positively. We'd have brief conversations, catch up on nothing important. Then I'd casually mention, Sierra mentioned people at work think I'm standoffish. I wanted to apologize if I came across that way at events. I know I can be quiet sometimes. The responses were unanimous and telling. What? You were always cool when you came around. Standoffish? Who said that? I literally have no idea what you're talking about. You were fine. Sierra said people complained about you? That's weird. Nobody ever mentioned anything to me. I screenshotted every conversation, every response, every confirmation that Sierra had fabricated the complaints about me. Then I did something calculated. I reached out to Mara, Sierra's confidant. We'd met twice, had cordial interactions. I sent her a LinkedIn message. Hey Mara, Sierra mentioned the holiday party is coming up. She said I'm sitting this one out because people at work aren't comfortable around me. I wanted to reach out directly to apologize if I did anything to make anyone uncomfortable. That was never my intention. Mara responded an hour later. Adrian, I'm not sure what Sierra told you, but I've never heard anyone at work say anything negative about you. This is the first I'm hearing of this. Perfect. I screenshot that too. Friday arrived. Sierra spent hours getting ready. Hair, makeup, a dress I'd never seen before that probably cost more than my monthly grocery budget. She was meeting the girls for pre-party drinks. Then they'd all go together. Have fun, I said as she checked herself in the mirror for the 5th time. Thanks. Don't wait up. She left at 6:30 p.m. The party started at 7:30 p.m. I waited until 7:15 p.m. Then I opened my laptop and composed an email. The recipient list included every single person from Sierra's company I could find on LinkedIn and through email searches. I cross-referenced with the company website directory. 42 people total. The subject line, clearing up some confusion. The email was brief. Hi everyone. My name is Adrian. I'm Sierra's boyfriend of 18 months. I was told by Sierra that I'm not welcome at tonight's holiday party because multiple people at your company have complained about my presence at past events, calling me standoffish, antisocial, and uncomfortable to be around. I reached out to several of you individually this week to apologize for making anyone uncomfortable. Every single person I spoke to said they had no idea what I was talking about and had never complained about me. I'm attaching screenshots of those conversations, including one with Mara, who Sierra claims was one of the people who complained about me. I'm also attaching screenshots of emails between Sierra and Mara where Sierra admits she fabricated these complaints because she wants to appear single at tonight's party for Jason's benefit. I'm sending this to everyone so you're aware that Sierra has been lying about your opinions and using you as pawns in her deception. I'm not coming to the party, but I wanted you all to know the truth. Best regards, Adrian. I attached every screenshot, every conversation, every piece of evidence. I hit send at 7:22 p.m. Then I poured myself a drink and waited. Update 2. The first text came at 7:49 p.m. from a number I didn't recognize. This is Kevin from Sierra's company. Just wanted to say that email was savage but deserved. She's been telling people you're controlling, and that's why you don't come to events. Everyone here is losing their minds right now. Then another text from someone named Rachel. Holy shit, dude. She just walked in and literally everyone went silent and stared at her. She looked at her phone and went pale. She's outside crying right now. My phone started blowing up. Text from Sierra's co-workers I'd met, telling me what was happening in real time. Apparently my email had hit inboxes right as people were arriving at the party. Everyone had read it before Sierra arrived. When she walked in at 7:47 p.m., the entire room turned to look at her. Complete silence. Then people started whispering. Someone confronted her immediately, asking if the emails were real. Sierra checked her phone, saw my email, and according to multiple witnesses, looked like she was going to throw up. She tried to deny it, tried to claim I'd fabricated the screenshots. But Mara was there. Mara confirmed the emails were real. Other people Sierra had allegedly spoken to about me confirmed they'd never said any of those things. Sierra lasted less than 5 minutes at her own company party before leaving in tears. She came home at 8:30 p.m. I was on the couch, watching TV, drink still in hand. What the hell did you do? She was shaking, mascara running, dress wrinkled from sitting in her car crying. I told the truth. You said people couldn't stand my vibe. I asked those people. They had no idea what I was talking about. So I shared that information. You humiliated me in front of my entire company. I clarified a misunderstanding. You're the one who lied. You went through my emails. That's a violation of privacy. You lied about your coworkers hating me so you could appear single for Jason. That's a violation of our relationship. I wasn't going to actually do anything with Jason, but you wanted to. And you were willing to destroy my reputation and exclude me from your life to create that opportunity. She started crying harder. Everyone at work hates me now. They think I'm a liar. You are a liar. I can't go back there. I'll have to quit. You've ruined my career. You ruined your career when you used your coworkers as props in your lies. I just exposed it. We're done. I want you out. The lease is in my name. You're welcome to leave whenever you want. She stared at me, probably realizing for the first time that I'd thought this through, that I wasn't reacting emotionally, that I'd already considered every angle. I hate you, she said finally. That's fair. I'm not particularly fond of you either right now. She packed a bag and left that night. Went to stay with a friend, I assume. I didn't ask and didn't care. Final update. It's been 2 months since the party incident. Sierra moved out completely 3 days after that night. We didn't speak except through texts about logistics. The fallout at her company was apparently spectacular. Multiple people reached out to me over the following weeks, sharing details. Sierra tried to do damage control, claiming I'd manipulated the screenshots, but too many people had confirmed the truth. Her reputation was destroyed. She ended up quitting 6 weeks after the party. Couldn't handle the awkwardness and the fact that nobody trusted her anymore. Last I heard, she moved to a different city for a fresh start. Jason, the guy she wanted to appear single for, wanted nothing to do with her after everything came out. Apparently dating someone who publicly lies about their boyfriend isn't appealing. As for me, I'm doing fine. Better than fine. The relationship had been dying for months. I just hadn't admitted it. Sierra's lie about the party was probably the kindest thing she could have done because it forced me to see who she really was. I kept the apartment, kept my routine, kept working. Started dating again recently. Someone who actually respects what I do and doesn't feel the need to lie about me to create romantic opportunities with other people. The emails I sent became somewhat legendary in Sierra's former company. A few people from that night have stayed in touch with me. They said it was the most dramatic company party in the firm's history, and several people still reference it when someone's lying gets exposed. I don't regret what I did. Sierra spent months trash-talking me, lying about me, and planning to monkey branch to someone else while keeping me as a backup. She told me people couldn't stand my vibe to justify excluding me from her life while she pursued someone else. The truth is, people could stand my vibe just fine. They couldn't stand being used as pawns in her deception. When she walked into that party and everyone turned toward her, it wasn't judgment about her dress or her hair or anything superficial. It was collective realization that she'd lied to all of them, that she'd invented complaints they never made, that she'd manipulated situations to serve her own agenda. She didn't make it past the door because there was nowhere to go, no one to turn to, no lie that would fix what she'd done. Sometimes the best revenge isn't dramatic confrontation. It's just making sure the right people know the truth at the right time. And sometimes, when someone says people can't stand your vibe, what they really mean is, I can't stand who I've become, and blaming you is easier than taking responsibility. I'm glad I'm out. I'm glad she showed her true self. And I'm glad I documented everything, because without proof, she would have kept lying indefinitely. Edit. People keep asking if I felt bad about sending the email. Honestly, no. She lied about me to my face and to everyone she worked with. She planned to dump me right after using me as a scapegoat for her own behavior. The email wasn't revenge, it was correction. I simply made sure the people she'd lied about knew they'd been lied about. Edit 2. For those wondering if this was extreme, consider this. If I hadn't sent that email, Sierra would have broken up with me after the party, told everyone I was abusive or controlling, and none of those people would have questioned her narrative because she'd already been building it for months. I didn't destroy her reputation. I stopped her from destroying mine.